uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, good morning. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know WCS the first in the building. Now, getting right down to it, man. This is an update on one of the Pop the Balloon EP06. Pop the Balloon to Find Love. It was a particular female on there that, not only my attention, but a lot of people's attention. I mean, because the way she was built. But with everything, with everybody, with every mind, there's a process to everything. I mean, dating has become extremely complex. It's much more technical than putting a puzzle together with your eyes closed and just going off feeling. It's way more difficult than that. But I want to get you right into it. Y'all remember Madit and Serenity? If you don't, let's take a little stroll back through memory lane and get you right.
Last question. Do any of you guys have kids?
Yes, I do. I got 2 little girls.
You have 2 girls? Okay.
Yeah,
So you said you changed your mind.
I did.
And what made you change your mind?
Well, I mean, just hearing her, the kind of questions she was asking, she came across as a woman that is grounded, knows what she wants, and obviously intelligent.
So Madit at the time says she's obviously a woman who's grounded, that knows what she wants. And that's good. It's good for women to know what they want. It's good for fellas, men to know what we want. All of that. You know what I'm saying? This is the reality. You have a lot of your personal, what used to be so personal and confidential and near and dear to people's heart for when it came to the dating scene, for whoever it was. Let's just say, in my case, a man's case, for a woman to find out how you are as a person. It wasn't broadcasted all over the place unless it was word of mouth, and word of mouth can be lethal, but it's nothing more lethal than social media, because the reach is in multiple strands. You know what I'm saying? You think DNA, you think the way your body is wired and everything. I mean, social media, it has so many forms of transformation, transferability, communication, all that. I mean, it can be transmitted out in so many different avenues that situations like this can go viral, right? Because obviously you heard me talking about his shirt, with the seashells on it. And I wasn't the only one that felt some type of way about it. And then you heard me mention her dress, how she's absolutely wearing that dress. But, for any woman to be built like her and not understand what she has and who she is, this is just unfounded. It's no way in hell that you're going to find a woman that's built like that and not understand what her worth is, just based off what God blessed her with. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear the end of this.
And, I pop, based on style. That's something that can be changed. And I think we have a lot in common. She hoops. She works in finance. I work in finance. I work out. I don't look like it right now, but it's a matter of time. But yeah. I had to get the balloon back.
Okay. All right.
But see, one thing I didn't mention about Madit the first time is that there's nothing wrong with the level of confidence he has. Yes, he knows what he wants, man. Comes off as an alpha, understanding what his worth is too. Because if you go into a situation and you one half and you're trying to say, well, I'm questioning my alpha, You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in here with a female that seems like she has alpha too. You know what I'm saying? Like she's 1,000%, you know, in her dominant state too. It's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge for me to deal with him. No, he don't seem like that. He seems confident. He seems like he knows who he is as a person, what his accomplishments been in his life, where he's trying to go in life, all that shit, bro. You know, I see nothing wrong with, you know, with what he said except the watch. If you remember, he said he would like her to have some type of wrist, something on her wrist, not her finger, her wrist, which to me was a bit odd, but I'm not going to stay too long on this particular because I want to get to um the main portion on the update of these two that went out. All right. I want to let you see the update. The update, we get to see if they hit it off or not, if they was a match. You understand? Um, so let's go share that and kind of dig into the post show. How did that go? How did the post show play itself out with these two? That is the interesting part to me. Because, like I said before, the way she was talking, carrying herself, obviously she's a full figured, um, truly blessed woman as far as when it comes to her physical components. Very full figured woman in shape. But that doesn't mean that she's not going to have to work for it. All right. So let's get down to it. And this is shout out to Aletta. This is Madit and Serenity catch up with Aletta. And let me emphasize this. It's just for, you know, educational purposes, social media, helping us, you know, clear up some of the distortion that we have out here in the dating scene. Those of you that's actively out there, let's get it.
There was something that had came up
Yes.
on YouTube. It's someone stated like, "Oh, on your TikTok, there's something." How
Oh,
we
my fault.
I'm
feeling?
blessed.
Okay.
I'm happy to be here.
Good. How you feeling?
Feeling great. It's Sunday. It's my rest day, and I'm feeling great. How about yourself?
Good, good. We're doing good. So we did have you all on episode 6 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And is it going to be a yes for you, for him?
Yeah, it's a yes.
And it's a yes for you, for her?
It's a yes for me.
Hey, we got a match! All right, you two can go on off. I'll take this mic. Hey, let's make some noise, guys!
Now, if you notice, I did highlight this, that she put her hand around him. So she has that, you know what I'm saying? She has it in her. You know, him not too much. I can't see where his arm at. He might have put his arm around her waist. I'm pretty sure if it was me, I would have definitely did, you know, because she's in great physical shape when you look at it from the outside or whatever. But the post is where you dig into the inside and see what she actually going on. But for a lady, man, she seemed genuine. You know, there was a lot of attraction that stood out when she was on this show. A lot of attraction. And to be honest, I said, you know, she seemed like she's wifey material for somebody. She just wouldn't be wifey material for me because I wouldn't be able to hold that down. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Back, you know, if in my 30s, I just wasn't because, you know, you know what I'm saying? I seen females like her all over the world. Like, I'm complimenting, I'm being nice about the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And though she has a very full figure shape, which is extremely prepossessing to me, she's a very attractive black woman. Real talk. You know, if I was in Madit's case, 30-some years old, I wouldn't be trying to get in a relationship to hold her down, you know, like that in a serious relationship at that point, because my maturity wasn't there to say, okay, this is what I want to be locked into, because I was seeing it too much in other countries. But anyway, I want you to try to, be patient enough and be receptive to how this all played out and to why I'm doing reactions on a show such as this from Pop the Balloon or Find Love from a Letter, hosted by a Letter. And the different ins and outs, man, the twists and turns of what you see, but what you get in the end. It's not easy.
You're not going out tonight now.
As we see that video is trending, it's going places, it's all over. How has the social media attention, comments, all that stuff been since the video has aired?
So to your right, that's Serenity. She had on a brown dress. She does have on some wrist jewelry this time. She looks very well kept. Very gorgeous woman. Real talk. I absolutely love the natural hair that she got going on. God blessed her. Her genetics is on point. I can imagine what her kid's gonna look like, whoever that may be. But she's a very attractive woman. And fellas, they out there. You just, unless you're in that environment, like in athletics, you see women that are built up like that make you just do a triple, quadruple take. You know what I'm saying? She's a very nice looking woman, has on a full dress. Quite different than what she had on when she went to the show. Her dress was low cut, even though the bottom half was down past the knees. She had a low cut dress up top, showing her shoulders, showing, that she does work out. But let's go.
Serenity, let's start with you.
So I'm gonna call all my fans the brownies because they've been riding for me. They've been riding for me.
Brown dress, yes.
Yes, I appreciate all of the DMs and the messages. I see how hard y'all riding for me in the comments. And yeah, I want to touch on a few things today. So I'm excited to clear the air and answer a lot of much asked questions that I've had in my DMs. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Madit, how's it been going for you on social media?
It's been great. I mean, they show me love. I'm getting DMs as well, believe it or not. Not as much as Serenity, I can imagine, but I am getting DMs and I appreciate that. A lot of nice stuff, comments about, how I carried myself in the episode, the way I spoke to Serenity and the other ladies that came while I was still standing there. And just, about myself in general and the things that I want to do as an entrepreneur, as someone who's holding down, a main 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I think it was a great opportunity. And I should congratulate you guys. I mean, episode 6, hands down, probably the best so far.
Hey.
And
Absolutely.
it's doing numbers, and I'm happy to have been a part of it. Yeah.
Well,
And this is where we at with doing numbers. This is your personal life you're talking about. This is your everyday life. This is a layer that back in the day, we built up and we really wasn't telling everybody what we was doing. We didn't have the social media. We didn't have it broadcasted everywhere. Hey, look at what I'm doing and look what I got going on. And, hopefully if you make enough phone calls, 4 or 5 more people can know what I got going on because I'm trying to build this quick. It wasn't back there. Really, I have to commend the people who built their businesses and stuff, back then. They really had it different. The quality of employees or the quality of assistants or whoever helped you build the business back then, it was more organic, in my opinion, because those people that was helping you build didn't see, they didn't have ulterior motives, so to speak, when it came to social media. Like, oh, I can attach myself to this person and it's going to give me more views and likes and subscribers. It was more so orientated around what you was actually trying to go out here and get. As of this right here, you have people going on the show to further build their businesses and hope to get free exposure. You just have to go through a process to get there. And, both of them mentioned that the DMs was blowing up and all this. And I'm pretty sure Serenity DMs was blowing up. I'm pretty sure her freaking DMs was blowing the hell up.
we loved having you guys. Just to get to know you all a little bit. As we saw on the show, you guys are both in finance. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to kind of get into what you do specifically here?
So yeah, I have a specialization in businesses. So I get the pleasure of seeing businesses start from the idea all the way to their EIN letters, to their articles of organization, to scaling their businesses. Some of the stores that you go to at the malls, I've opened them. I've helped them process their payments that you make at their stores. I help them get capital so that they can purchase inventory. So I love what I do.
Awesome, awesome. And then Madit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, fellas. You can't half step and come in there taking 15-inch steps with her. You got to take full 30-inch steps. Left, right, low, right. Yeah, you can't be half stepping in here. You have to be in goddamn formation, out of formation, around formation. You know, you got to know how to march. You got to know how to do everything. You know, did you hear how she just rallied off what she does? I mean, that's a woman that's stern. You know what I'm saying? She's all about the business. She never want to put herself in a oops type of situation. You know, when it comes to, oh, oops, I didn't see this coming with him initially. Anybody who gets with Serenity, man, they're definitely gonna have to go on a mother effing journey. You're gonna have to step your game up, and not every man is prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Madit have to say.
What about for yourself?
Yeah, I'm in finance as well. I majored in economics and business, and I have a master's in global affairs and business management. So I'm currently a compliance analyst working with a major consulting company here in the Valley and nationwide as well. And I do compliance analysis. I mean, pretty much, try to make sure, no scammers take your money from your bank account, so everybody should thank me for that. And, trying to get into consulting and management. So it's going well so far, and I really love it.
Okay, nice. And Serenity, you also mentioned you do some personal training.
Yes, I do.
How did you get into that? Or is that something you've always been into?
So just to make a long story short, there's really big and significant health issues in my family. And I've always been into sports. As I told you in the episode, I hoop.
Yep.
And I also ran track and field. And I just wanted to continue that. I love the way it made me feel. And then, once you get the results, you just can't stop. I'm snatched.
Yes, period. Yeah. And then you did get a comment on the show. Someone said, I feel like she could beat me up. And I was like, hold on, I don't get what he means. Then when I looked at it, I was like, sis is fit, So it's working for you. It's working.
That, yeah.
And then Madit, we saw in there, you kind of mentioned you're kind of a fashionista. You love your fashion. And, is that something you've always been into, or you kind of grew into it? How's that?
I have really. I mean, I'm from South Sudan. My people are really colorful, and we love to look good and dress nice, and that's something part of my culture, and it's part of me as an individual.
Madit said part of his culture. Like black Americans, we don't really have culture. Like he said, his people are real colorful. I can't say what my people are over here because when it comes to fashion, it's all over the place. But I understand where he's coming from. Being a Sudanian. What he has on today is much better than what he had on before. He didn't return with the seashell trailer park. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a graveyard for snails or impound lot. The snails had to come and pay their freaking impound fee to get their freaking shell back for real. But I think he's gonna go into that because I wasn't the only one that criticized him for wearing such a unique, a unique piece of clothing.
I got a heat for it, the bracelet.
I'm wearing one today. You see me?
You
With my
see, it's
bracelets
working.
on.
It's
Look at that.
working, right? It's working. So I love fashion in general. I'm trying to get into modeling, but more of like an entrepreneur model kind of.
Okay.
Not a catwalk model, but start my fashion line.
Okay.
That is in remembrance of my twin brother who passed away, as a kid. So, I've always been wondering like what it is like to grow up with a twin brother or a twin sister and be able to wear the same, matching clothes. So definitely it's something I've been thinking about it for a long time and I'm just trying to get into it and hopefully, get that started soon.
All right. And then something that came up a lot as well was the shirt, the seashell shirt.
I told you, I wasn't the only one up here talking about that seashell impound lot. I wasn't the only one.
Where did you get that shirt from? Because people, honestly, I don't think people were feeling it. And then they were coming for you saying you're a fashionista, but you're wearing a seashell shirt. You know, what's going on there?
I got it from Zara. I don't know what's wrong with that. I got to go to them. It's a beautiful one, and they said I must address it. They said I was not wearing an undershirt. I was.
Okay.
I don't know what television or screen they were using to look at it, but I was wearing an undershirt, and yes, it's a seashell shirt, and it's from Zara. So
Well, I don't know where Zara's at, but I definitely is another place that I would want to go right now. I would want them to basically um exhaust all their seashell inventory before I walk up in there, because that's going to turn me off before I actually go to the store and check out the rest of their shirts. And then, being that the seashell was one of the items that the store sold, I will have to say to myself, well, what's next? Am I going to see moon craters? You know what I'm saying? And am I going to see stones on a shirt and they're going to say they're space rocks? I mean, seriously, is it going to be cow dung on a shirt? I mean, just because it's from Zara's. But give it up to Madit. He seems like I mean, he talks like he knows what he likes to wear, what his fashion is, and all that. Man, I ain't knocking the brother at all, man. You know what I'm saying? The shirt was kind of something that I wouldn't wear for show, but he seems like he has his shit together in life, with his job, and he hold himself to a standard. I can respect that. Real talk. I can respect him holding himself to a standard, a high standard. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
All right. And then when you guys ended up matching, she was like, yeah, you can take me shopping. Then you were like, as long as you take me.
Yeah.
What was that? Like, did you mean that, or it was kind of just like you were joking around? Or...
No, I was throwing it around, but there's nothing wrong with it. As gentlemen still like to be taken out sometimes,
Okay.
It was like, hey, if it's my birthday or it's in a special occasion or it's just something that you want me to look good on it, I would love to receive it from you. That's what it was all about. But it wasn't more of like, a tit for tat kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that what you took it as?
You know what? In the moment, I didn't catch it, but as an introspective person, I watched it, and I reflected, and I thought it was a little sassy. It was a little sassy.
Okay, speaking of introspective, and she felt that it was a little sassy. I mean, to me, Serenity is only a little sassy for someone who's not used to having that arrow returned to them so quickly. Yeah, it's easy traditionally for a man, for a woman to say, "Oh, you take me shopping," okay, and then you expect a man to, things have changed, times have changed, and depending on how the woman is, I'm not saying it's about Serenity, but these women may be, conditioned to get compliments like that, and though she carries herself in such a classy manner, she has some layers to her that we haven't been able to see yet. So she might be used to dudes, just saying, okay, a way that I can get close to her is to take her out to eat or take her shopping and show that I am a high class man, that really want to get close and see who this woman is because of how her aesthetics is. She's much different than what we see out here today. Serenity is much different. Real talk. You rarely, there are athletes out there, but to the average man, you don't see the athletes like Angel Reese. Angel Reese is an athlete for sure. You see her dressed up and you say, damn, she gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see her walking around on the street, these tall ass women. You just don't see them moving in public unless that's the environment that you're close to. To see women like Serenity, yeah, you see them every so often. Natural hairstyle, very light makeup, beautiful skin complexion, and everything. But to say that Madit was sassy, no, Madit is showing you that, man, he's on his shit. He doesn't consider himself a low value man when it comes to telling you, yeah, you can take me. I have demands just like you. We're coming in here with equity, 50-50 equity. You know what I'm saying? Not, okay, you coming in here 70, I'm 30. No. How can you how can it be that way? Whatever you're supposed to do for a woman, you do it. You know what I'm saying? You do it. You do it out of the kindness of your heart. but it shouldn't have to be considered sassy just because a man is on his game.
And
Hey,
y'all got called that a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I I haven't read the comments, to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah,
don't. They're coming for y'all. I'm not
they
gonna
are
lie.
they are
Yeah.
coming for you.
Okay.
Grow your business with a professional email.
And one thing I didn't hear him do is apologize for what he said. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
This is the moment, everyone's always waiting to hear about. Since you guys matched on the show,
Yeah.
has there been a date? Have y'all gone anywhere? Any of that good stuff?
Serenity, you want to answer?
I was going to ask you, but no, we did not go on a date. Right after we wrapped the shoot, we did go to the club with a handful of people,
Okay.
and it was hard to have a conversation in the club.
Yeah, I bet.
Uh, but he seems like a really great guy. But I will say, after the show went live,
Mhm.
I mean, I've been getting a mass amount of just inquiries for my business. And then also, there's a lot of guys out there applying pressure.
Mm.
And you either applying the pressure or you feeling it. And I wasn't getting that from Madit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the pressure. Because obviously I understand what her pressure, what she's insinuating. There's a lot of guys obviously gonna see her on that lens. I mean, because she was looking gorgeous. She is a gorgeous woman, right? We said that time and time again. That's not gonna stop, 30 minutes from now. But she's saying it was a lot of guys applying pressure, and Madit wasn't applying pressure. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you right there, like, okay, she's letting you know, regardless if we was on the show or not, and you went through entire, dating format to try to find love. Once you left the camera, it wasn't exclusive to you and her. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't exclusive to you and her. Like she talked about the club thing and all that, but what people think is, yeah, it's going to be exclusive to them too, and they're going to try their best to get with one another outside of the dating scene. She's talking about men applying pressure, which she has every right. She has the selection process. She is who she is. I'm pretty sure she is not easy to get close to at the end of the day. And shopping is not going to get you any closer. She seems like she's been shopping. It's probably been plenty of men who take her shopping, you know, with her personality, her upbeat, kind of bubbly spirit, bubbly personality. She probably nice to be around at the end of the day. But I'm not saying she don't have a stern side to her. Hell yeah, she do. But let's check out what Madit had to say about not applying pressure, because you're talking about Sudanese, you're talking about over there, and these Africans and all that, they have a certain stature, they have a certain boldness about them, a certain level of dominance in the household. That doesn't resonate over here to the lifestyle over here in the US. It doesn't. I mean, you've seen it for yourself. One of the guys with all the hair, he wanted to be so chatty and act like he was a female, just wanted to gossip all the time. But you come from, well, the Africans, and they used to be in the head of the household, and the woman understands what his role is and what her role is. It's not that she's submissive and she undervalues herself. It's just the fact of that's how they culture are. Their man is meant to lead. You know what I'm saying? Over there. Hold on for a second. Yeah, let's get back to it, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
Oh, she threw back at me. Hey, we did go out after that, and as you said, it was the club and it's too noisy. We caught up a little bit, family, basic questions about, profession, personal interests and likes. And I did try to schedule a date for the following weekend right before the episode dropped. And, it happened that she works late on Fridays, and it was either a Saturday or a Sunday. And she had something to do on Saturday, and she had a friend's birthday to attend on Sunday. So I told her, I know you're busy. I'm busy as well. Just let me know when your schedule opens up, and I'll be happy to take you on a date.
Okay. So, did the schedule open up? And have you hit him up?
No.
Okay. What happened? Why not?
There just have been a few other guys applying that pressure, and once you allow so much time to pass, it just kind of falls by the wayside. Like I said, I do appreciate.
Fellas, let me know what you think. I understand that it's not too many people that's in the chat that really, they might be in relationships, or they feel like having a conversation like this is not something that's on their schedule, or they might be in church, repent their sins that happen during the week. You know how Sunday is. People try to prepare themselves for the long work week. But tell me what you think about her basically corsaging the applying the pressure. She's wearing this corsage now that fellas are applying the pressure. So pretty much, like I said before, she understands who she is as a woman. So being that she got that exposure on television, it's a lot of guys that's applying and reaching out to her and want to be with her. So that's more and more and more attention that she's getting, right? And that's also there that just brings a lot. That just brings along a lot more work for her when it comes to trying to find out where these guys are at, their personalities, going out with them. So she's more so suited for the workout. Serenity is suited for the workout, the training regime. She's looking at this as a one rep after the next. Let's go from one freaking exercise to the next. Because she say, hey, Madit wasn't applying the pressure, so let me go over here, to this guy over here that's applying the pressure, and let me see what his training regime is and how much pressure he want to put on. You know what I'm saying? How much he's willing to work. And then when I'm done with him, I'm gonna go over here to this guy who's working out over here and see how much pressure. It's all about pressure. That word pressure. Yeah, can y'all imagine that? Like, it's all about pressure. If a female came to me and talk about pressure, I'm like, pressure? What? So you trying to tell me right off the rip I'm in a race? I understand you're a track and field athlete, a basketball player. But you're trying to tell me we gotta play horse first? We can't just go off real organic, personality, find out how that person is inside. We got to play horse. We got to have a 60-meter run. You know what I'm saying? We got to run 800 meters, see if I can keep up. I mean, pressure. Other guys applying pressure. So you're already in a race. You're already in a race with her.
Appreciate a guy who's showing interest and applying that pressure, and kind of won't leave me alone in a sense.
So you wanted him to keep trying.
Just apply pressure. If you were really interested and this wasn't for like a clout experience or an opportunity to push your business, like, okay, try again. I was busy this weekend, but there's other days in the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Madit, she wants you to apply that pressure. You don't want to apply the pressure? What's up?
I don't mind applying the pressure, but really at this age and at this point in my life, reciprocity is everything.
Okay.
Right. As a gentleman, I reach out to try to schedule a date because I had to get my balloon back.
Yeah.
I knew it was dumb from me to say you didn't have a bracelet on. That's something I can get you anytime.
What made you want to say that in the first place?
Matter of fact, that's my favorite gift that I like to give to people and females in my life in general. It's watches, things to adorn their wrists with.
Okay.
So, but what made me say that in the first place, you walked out, beautiful woman, well put together. As someone who adorns his wrist, I wanted to see that come across.
Now I just feel for Madit. I can't co-sign with you on that because man, a watch don't determine a woman because you're on a different type of time. True words, and the type of time you're on, you're not gonna see it on her wrist. You know what I'm saying? A piece on her wrist. Mm-mm. The type of time she's on, she's gonna display it. You know what I'm saying? By her actions. It's not gonna be coming from no freaking timepiece, something that's ran off a battery. No, it's gonna come from her internal energy and what she has and the speed, the type of speed she's on, the pace she's setting. She's different. And you talking about that's what I give my women and all that. No, you cannot have a routine in what you give your women each and every time because it may implode in your face. Just like this is. You talking about what she didn't have on her wrist and it don't make any sense. I can understand where she's coming from with the pressure, but what you saying don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? A piece of jewelry is not going to help her get any closer to determining the truth of God that she want to, lock herself into and start putting in that daily routine. You know what I'm saying? A wrist, a piece of hardware on the wrist, hell no.
If you were dressed like going on a date or a fancy, dinner, there's no way I would see you without something on the wrist. That's the first thing that came in my mind, and I had to say that.
Okay.
Right.
So,
but I took it back, and everybody knows that. I don't know why they're letting up my ass still. I was the one who took you out of the show. Everybody else said what they had to say, and they kept their balloon popped. So, but hey, bring the heat. I can take it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you get my undertale?
Yeah, but to your point, applying pressure, and I knew it, right? Mm-hmm. Once the episode dropped, and we should blame it on our lead or something.
Me?
Probably could have waited. Let me take her out first and see how it works before you let the gates open and everybody else come, running.
He's right. But he's not the one that has any stock or holds a position, nor is he a part of the team in the planning process of production. He's right. It would be better if you hold up and allow the individuals time to get to know each other. But this is a show that's all about views. This is the state of reality. That's why I put the state of reality in my description. This is a state of reality and what we're doing. People are producing, they're getting paid, sponsorships. They want to continue to grow, right? Expand. So they want to hurry up after it's edited, final release. You know what I'm saying? Press enter. It's out there for the public to grab hold to. Let's hope it do great numbers. Let's get this money. So it's no holding up. You get thrown in there on your head, man. And either you're gonna have that attraction with that person or you ain't. And I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be this isn't the only couple that has went through this dating format that had problems at the end of the day.
Yeah, because this is the woman here. You need to apply that pressure.
No, it's I mean that's from her point of view. Uh-huh. My point of view is I tried to schedule a date. You were the one that were busy. What did I say? I understand you're a professional woman. You got a lot of things going on, and so am I. Please let me know if it opens up the following weekend. Do you really expect me to say, hey, has your schedule opened up yet? We did match. It's going viral around the world. They're expecting something from us. Hey, Madit, my schedule is open the following weekend. Let me know what the plan is. Happy to do it. I was waiting on you, but I didn't know the DMs were coming as part of the strategy as well. I go places, right? Don't let the places I'll be in sometimes fool you. Like all the way from South Sudan, been to multiple countries, education, free scholarships, masters, my profession that I'm doing, all earned.
Hey, give it up to Madit. Drop that, man. Madit said, let me just run this down to you, shouty. Even though you up here and you talking about the fellas are applying pressure, let me show you where my pressure is at from hard work, studying, you know what I'm saying, traveling, networking. You know what I'm saying? Madit letting her know, yeah, you got that pressure out there, but I'm pressured too. I I'm just time release from my pressure. I'm not gonna give you all the pressure up front. I'm time releasing my shit, man, because I worked for it. I earned it. He said, don't let the places I hang out, that I frequent fool you. That's one thing I got to respect about this brother, even though his traditions is different than what the way I was raised over here in America. Um, Dude is not, I don't find him as a person that has very limited direction in his 30s. For him to be in his 30s right now, he seemed like he's on track, man. He knows where he's at with it. He knows where he's going. He knows what his worth is, even though he has a very, very attractive woman over there. And look, when it comes to American women, man, they don't really want to hear that. They say they want a strong black man, but that's that man right there. He's black and he understands what his strengths are. And I don't think she's gonna be feeling him after that, because he just gave her the rundown. She said it was dudes applying pressure. Well, shit, you should be applying the pressure to me too, because I got my shit together, shouty. Real talk, I got my shit together.
All right. All earned. And so my point is, if I'm going to chase you, I want to see the interest. And I go to different rooms. I don't want my woman looking over her shoulder for who the best version of Madit is.
God dang, boy, he scorched her. He scorched. Oh my God. Ooh. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, she ain't never ever had a grown ass man scorch her the way she looked, the way she used to receiving all them serenades. You feel me? She used to being serenaded, y'all. If it's from music or the voice, man, it's men that don't have the mentality like Madit. Madit had his shit mother effing together, representing I'm gonna say the black man in this case, even though he's from this name, he's still black. Representing somebody that got their shit together. He said, man, I've sit up here and I went to school. I've gotten the paperwork, the documentation. I furthered my education. Also, I'm out here and I have an occupation that means something. You know what I'm saying? I can be an influence with my job. I'm holding a higher position than most. And really my position is not just something just for fun. He's letting it know. He's letting it be known. He's smart. He said, don't get it twisted, the places you think I hang out. I know people too. I go and I travel. Yeah, I'm making some things happen. She wasn't trying to hear that, because what he's saying, hey, I want you to show interest in me. I'm not out here chasing you. That's not the way my parents raised me, to go out here and chase a woman. It doesn't matter if I'm over here in your bubble or not, and where you was raised. I'm telling you, just like you have these traditional beliefs based off what God bless you with, Madit is up here saying like, yeah, I do too. I have standards. I may have wore one of the most ugliest shirts ever on Pop the Balloon or Find Love, but goddamn it, I know it's not a seashell. You know what I'm saying? I know I got my shit together.
I don't want that person with me. If you're with me, see it through. We didn't even get to go on a date.
So you didn't feel that there was any interest coming
There
from
was no
her?
interest. I did see the DMs. I was reading some of the comments.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see. It's a test. Is she gonna fall for that?
Test.
Or is
We're
she
single.
she gonna see the guy that she matched with?
We're not
go
in
on
a
a date with them?
relationship. So what?
Here it goes, y'all. Here it goes. Really the first time, like, you're talking to a grown woman. She carries herself as a grown woman, real talk. And she understands everything about her. Like I don't even say the package. You know what I'm saying? She understands how to wrap the bow. She's been gifted. You know what I'm saying? She understands how she is and how she walks around in life. She's like a walking bow, man. It all depends on who wants to try to wrap that up all together and put it on a package. And whatever's internal to that package, it has to be something so important to keep her interest. She's right. You're talking about a test. Dude, we're not in that era no more. You can't tell these women you testing them looking like her. that's where you kind of fell off, bro. Just a little bit. Like I was complimenting you on having your shit together, no doubt. That don't go anywhere. But you talking to a grown ass woman. So if you have your traditional beliefs, bro, she ain't y'all ain't no relationship. She's right. You're not in a relationship. So how the f you gonna test her? She said she got dudes applying pressure, but you up here talking about no, I want you to chase me. It's not gonna happen. Even though you might have the women around here saying they want a guy that has all the paperwork that you have, who understands his direction, and he's the pilot. It's not gonna go down like that with a woman who like this, that's well put together, educated, smart, intelligent. You're not gonna be able to draw her in with your credentials, man. You're gonna have to draw her in with your actions. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna get it. You're gonna have to draw her in alone. You're gonna have to tie that all together. You know what I'm saying? For the orientation, brother.
What do you mean? You want to
I know we're
give me
not
a test? This is not school. I'm a single woman. You had your chance. You blew it one time. You thought it over, got a balloon back, and you didn't think that you needed to apply pressure? You have to prove yourself.
okay.
A bracelet?
You see how she frowned up? I'm telling you, man. You see how she frowned up, boy? She ain't no goofy freaking. You know what I'm saying? A doll that you used to see up in Toys R Us. She ain't no Barbie doll. You know what I'm saying? You see how she start boom, 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 start rattling off and trying to break it. Hey, this ain't no test. You have to prove yourself. I'm not against what she said. Proving her yourself. I get where she at with it. You have to prove, because she is a, I don't even want to say she's a queen. Seriously. Someone who, you see like that from aesthetic, she's like a black goddess, man. She's extremely beautiful, well put together. Compliments can come days in and days out. At the end of the day, what's the point of her being all of that if her mind, you know what I'm saying, doesn't check all the other boxes that a man is looking for? And she checks the boxes. She's very intelligent and smart and has a very good job. And she understands what her worth is. So she's trying to convince Madit what her worth is. You got to prove yourself. But the fellas that's applying pressure, they ain't proved themselves, I don't think. Not in this short period of time. But, Madit has a sense of arrogance about him. That's him. That's him. I mean, hey, both of them have their own sense of arrogance about them. But I think for her, with her saying you got to prove yourself, it ain't nothing wrong with that.
From your point of view.
Come on now. You didn't think when I walked out there as a beautiful woman, I don't have a big closet with accessories and different color clothes?
Ooh, look, this woman right here. Well, she'll be a lot to deal with. But look at that caramel skin. Look like it's just melting. She said, "You don't think I have a big closet?" Now, I don't know who supplied the inventory for that closet, but I'm not against if she has the outer interests. And there always going to be individuals that give gifts. And she's very stern, nothing to play with. She's the right height, the right build for a man to think twice about trying to play games with this woman. But she said, "You don't think I have a big closet, man?" She said, "Yeah, I got a big closet. Look how well hygiene she looked. Look at that skin. It just looked like it's melting, man. That caramel, god damn. That caramel, man, oh girl got, I would like to know what hospital she was born at, because that has to be close to some type of angel portal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They must have gave her. She's a freaking plant. She's a hybrid.
We all good though. Still want to go on a date or not?
No.
So you're over it.
And what I do like about them, they're not name calling or being, disrespectful in just a medium level disrespect, where that also can go viral with the catch up like this.
At this point.
Yes, over it.
Okay. So it was just him not pursuing it any longer after. Okay. So you,
Yeah.
like he said, you wanted him to follow up with
Partnership.
you again,
Yeah.
be like, hey, is that schedule free? Oh, that's okay.
You got to put in a little bit more work. You don't get it just that easy.
Hey,
Sorry.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. I hear you, baby. I hear you, Serenity. You just don't get it that easy. I hear you. I absolutely I understand the audible that you put out there. You just don't get it that easy. And I don't blame her at all. Real talk, man. Because when she finally make that decision, she want to make sure, in my opinion, I'm assuming she wants to make sure that, hey, I made the right decision and the person that I'm actually committing this to deserves it. Like, I cannot imagine, you know what I'm saying, how what's the time frame? How long is the calendar schedule to prove yourself? That's my only thing. With somebody like her, she comes off as very mature, grown ass woman. But I just wanted to know how long you have to apply pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because, looking at that all the time, I'm definitely going to compliment her. She did put her hand around his waist when she left. So she's not stuck up or anything. I'm not in no way, shape, or form offended by what she said. But Madit has his own ego and arrogance too. He believes that this is Sudan. This ain't Sudan. This is American. Okay, this ain't Sudan, and this is American. So what happens over here in American? The women, they act a lot different, man. And you're gonna have to basically put your little small adjustments in there. You're gonna have to learn mechanically how to adjust to these American women. Not all of them, because they ain't worth your time now. If you want to drive down the street for a donut, with a donut on your car, and you don't find out, and you don't believe you need to change that shit, leave that donut on there. You know what I'm saying? Because where you going, it doesn't require you to try to go through the extreme to get that other tire fixed at the moment. Leave that donut where that. But if you're going somewhere like this, you need to make sure you go get that donut removed, put your shit back on there, get that tire plugged up, pumped up and all that. So you go in there, get it washed up, and you represent yourself at a high level, because that's what she is. That's what she is. Both of y'all, in a way, have high standards. But in the end, I'm gonna be honest, to keep a woman like that, I respect the fact that she said you're not gonna just get it that easy. Because if it was that easy for her, she would be just like every other average woman. She'll look different, but inside, all she did was give fellas, chances after chances after chance, and now she damaged inside instead of being patient.
I understand. I know myself as well. You got to put in work with me as well.
Okay.
I'm 100 over 10. If you do the math, that's a 10 over 10.
Okay.
He said you got to put in work with him too. I ain't mad at Shawty, you know what I'm saying, for telling her worth. I ain't mad at Serenity, for real. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at Madit for being who he is and talking what he's talking. Some fellas will say, oh, that's game what he done. That ain't game. That's real life. He said, you got to put in work with me too. Shit, I ain't coming in this like I'm undervalued. Like I'm here to wait on a credit line increase from 250 to 230. I mean the 330. I'm not trying to sit up here. We both in finance and wait for you to give me little points, to build my credit up with you. Hell no. But this was one of those anticipated catch ups, and unfortunately for both of them, they are high standard, and I wouldn't have wanted this to play out any different. Real talk, because I like how she handled herself. I like how she has her understanding on what her values are. And she ain't willing to sit up here and sacrifice that shit for no man. regardless of what paperwork you have or whatever. And really, the truth be told, she's not real standoffish to the point where she was looking for a light skinned man, or she was looking for a brown skinned man, or it had to be like she's a personal trainer. He had to be a very well built man and shit like that. I mean, that's not what you see over there on the other side. So she's open minded in a way. She's open minded, real talk. Shout out to Serenity. You know, a very it was a very solid freaking matchup, and it was good to see these two, interchange and have a dialogue with one another when it comes to the dating scene. And I have checks for both of them. I salute the fact that Madit stood on his 10, stood on his square, and say, yeah, you're gonna have to pursue me, this, that, and the other. That's probably the way your tradition is over in Sudan. And then you have Serenity. She's over here. She understands. She said, her family has health problems, and she kind of pretty much go the extra mile to keep herself in tip-top condition. Being an athlete, I'm not sure how good she was as an athlete, but the way her physical composition is, she's a very beautiful woman, natural. A lot of shit that I talk about on here, she has it. You know what I'm saying? She has it. So what's the purpose of her having it if she ain't if she ain't gonna make a man work for her, getting close to her and enjoying the fruits, because she is the fruit, goddammit.
All right. And then
With today's busy schedules and standard
that had came up
Yes.
on YouTube, it's someone stated like, oh, on your TikTok, there's something that says like you're happily married or happily engaged.
Yeah, so I wanted to address that, you guys. So I am not married. Obviously, I would not go on a show that I know is going viral with over 1 million views. At the time that I created that TikTok, I was in a long-term relationship.
Okay.
I had been in a relationship for about 10 years. I met the person when I was 18. He had proposed one time when I was 19. I said no, we continued to date. He proposed.
Hold, higgy, hold up. Now, I'm up here. I have my Romeo freaking. Hold up. I'm up here playing my saxophone, shouty. Letting everybody know she got her shit together and all that, and how God take this, that, and the other. And you had somebody propose to you at 18. I can see, you younger. I can see the outlook, being young in the game, getting somebody, like you, say, damn, I got to keep you. But high school sweethearts never really last long term unless you're in a country. I mean, unless you're from the country. You know what I'm saying? Your population is about freaking 214, people there in your town. So that's the first time I'm hearing this, that, the truth gonna come out. What I say about personal information being accessible to the public, you go viral and all that, and people start digging. So if she knew somebody since she was 18, she was in a relationship for 10 years. And within that 10 years, I'm sure that they was intimately together. And that person, in order to be with her that long, he had to do something right. She had to do something right. They had to be bonding at one point in time, right? But it didn't work. I want to know why it didn't work. Let me see. Go in detail. Because, boy, they can be beautiful, but even somebody like her, you say to yourself, damn, you can't lock a man down? You was in it for 10 years, he proposed, and you couldn't even get to the next step. But yet you talking about somebody applying pressure. Now I gotta tell you what a 30-inch step look like, shawty. I have to let you know something. Everybody always have the mother effing skeletons. I swear to God, a platoon of them joints. You know what I'm saying?
Proposed again when I was 27, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. So at that time, I wasn't thinking, oh, let me change all my bios and all my social medias. It just happened to be there. And then I forgot the password, so I can't log in. So I'm not married.
Okay.
I'm not engaged either. I'm single, which is why I was on the show.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. All right. And now, Madit, she said she's no longer open to you pursuing her or anything like that. But chances always open up again. Is that something you would try at least again?
She's a great person. I said that on the show, and I would say it again. I'm not the kind of person, just because something didn't work out, I'll talk bad about somebody. That's absolutely not me. It didn't work out. I think, there's a lot of opportunities. I came on that show with an open mind. I'm single as well. A lot of beautiful women like herself who came on the show. I also came.
Give it up to Madit, man. He's letting it be known. I ran into beautiful women like yourself. This is not absolutely something that's new. I'm not a tyro at this. Yeah, you blessed my eyes with that beauty and everything else, but yet this was a woman, come to find out, that had a man out there that was engaged to her that knew since she was 18, and he still couldn't lock it in. It didn't work out. So it's a lot more going on with her than we thought. And with every sense of beauty, man, it's always the unknown. God damn, it's always the unknown. It just makes you want to, find that wormhole, man, in space, and just be able to go through that wormhole and grab hold of one of them, hard working and try to decide, like, do I really want to go back through the wormhole, or do I just want to stay right here? Because if I go back to the wormhole, shit ain't gonna be right. They ain't gonna get Americanized. If I stay over here traditionally, they know this is the way they supposed to treat their man, and this is the way the man's supposed to treat them. But man, you bring them back over, through that wormhole over here to America, it is a wrap.
Came to network, male or female. A lot of great guys who came on the show, a lot of great women, have their, professions going on for them, and they're nice people and just wanted to get to know them.
Okay.
I'm working on a couple of projects as well at the same time, holding down a 9 to 5, and all paths cross, and they probably lead to a lot of better things than just, forming relationships.
I see. Okay.
It's funny, right? Like, shout to everybody that's on deck, Ticket on the Brown, on Aaron Parker, Jay on deck. And Jay said, hey, better stop simping for women. And, listen. Me simping for a woman based off words and basically giving reaction to a video. Come on now. Come on. Come on, man. I expect, some people to be loose with their interpretation on what I have going on. But once again, I have to explain to you, this is social media, and all I'm doing is what? I'm just giving reaction to what I see. I don't supposed to dog this woman out. I don't know her. I wasn't with her since 18 years of age. She fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen that. I've seen that already. So there's no way that I'm simping, and that's why I say for Madit, he did a great job with letting the audience know that, hey, I'm used to seeing beautiful, full figure women too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the chat say he like white women. If that's his flavor, that's his flavor. I never tell a black man just lock himself down to a black woman like that's the freaking like that's the total, excuse me, like that's the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the perfect match. It's not the perfect match.
Any final words from either one of you? I know you said you had some things to get off your chest. Were you able to address them?
Yeah,
or?
I think so. Yeah, that's
Okay.
about it. That's all I want to address for now.
All right. Any final words on your end?
I'm good. I'm not Manute Ball, first of all. I was wearing an undershirt, and hey, it's business as usual.
Okay. So, any upcoming projects we can be on the lookout from either one of you? Anything like that?
Look out for PHX Entertainment LLC.
Okay.
We just formed that. I'm a co-owner, and we host rooftop parties on Sundays and networking opportunities as well. So we'll definitely love to see some of you guys there.
Okay. Serenity?
So I do own a fitness apparel line called Workout Envy, and I'm going to be launching some new apparel on the site. So be on the lookout for that. I have a few other things that I can't speak on, but you'll see. You'll see. It's coming soon.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to be on the lookout for both of you all. I wish you both lots of success
Thank
in
you.
both of your businesses. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
Well, I'm definitely didn't lose no sleep. You know what I'm saying, off this reaction, just because of how fine she is and everything. There's plenty other reactions that I definitely want to talk on, being that I've seen the men go through the process of, popping a balloon, and then some of the women. Yeah, I've kind of listened to hit some of the playbacks on some of the dates that have come from the show, and everybody has their own intriguing little storyline on how it played out after they left, and went behind the camera. And that's just the dating scene in general. Seriously, that's just the dating scene in general. Everybody's going to give you their best side when they're on camera. But that's not something that's going to last long. Once it's off and you get to really dig down and know who the person is, they don't have to put on the front no more. I always was say I appreciate without the social media rather than with the social media, because the social media have so many people that's out there that's riding for you, and then you have the other ones that's trying to make you look as worse as it possibly can, and you don't even know who those people are. But you have individuals that have bad intentions to put you in a negative light. It may be some people that they'll sit here and talk shit about you and make it seem like, yeah, let me spread this rumor about so and so. Just like they found out that she was freaking married. I mean, she was a guy proposed to her and didn't work out. You think they wasn't trying to find out who that guy was so they can ask him some questions? There's people out there that try to try to find him and pay him a stipend just to get the information from him, because you're looking at a female that went viral, right? And she's living it up, she's soaking it all in. But then you turn around and you find out that she's going to tell you that I couldn't find the password. This is a person that's in finance. This is a person who pretty much is considered above average when it comes to intelligence in her field. Okay. And she has to remember all those routines and clients and everything else in her personal training field, right? But yet she couldn't hold down, or they couldn't hold down a relationship. And then knowing that she had that relationship, she couldn't even remember password to change the information that was out there on TikTok. Now, I don't think that's entirely true, to be honest, because there's plenty of ways. You have emails that you can lock that down and change it up. I'm saying I don't believe it, because you have emails that, when you want to forgot password, all you got to do is, go to the email that's on file, and then they'll send you a password reset. It's that simple. So that part of what she said, I didn't quite believe, but just hearing, yeah, she went viral. Everybody was talking about it, even me. She was fine, but like I'll tell you all again, listen. I will tell you all again, and I'm genuine when I say this. I don't knock Madit in his arrogance, whether he likes sisters, white women, brown women. It don't matter. Whoever makes you happy. At the end of the day, it's gonna be about who make you happy, and then you want a female that understands. When you start that family, you want that family to stay together. That word forever is loosely associated with relationships anymore, because forever, no, you can't go in there and tell her I want to be with you forever, and she's like, oh, that's so sweet, me too. No, it's like, for now. It ain't forever. For now, let's see what we can work on for now. Nobody's looking at forever. But when it comes down to the outlook, when you're using those optics to scan out, like when she was 18 and she had, this dude or whatever proposed to her at 27 and all this other shit, and it didn't work out, you got to ask yourself, Not knowing their situation, I asked myself, why didn't it work out? She seems like she has her shit together. What didn't work out? Is she tough to deal with? Is she too strict? Is it something else? Was it him? Because I'm gonna tell you, for men, we can have very attractive female. If you don't give us something else other than your aesthetics to hold on to, we out. We in the streets, shawty. We in the streets. It's crazy how fellas, like I get some women to compliment. I have a different picture on my Facebook though, but the women will compliment, and I was in my 40s with this pic, right? But they have to understand, when I was younger, even younger than that, the countries I went into, I always explored those countries. And look, it was nothing for me to go and hang out in the clubs and get a female in these other countries ever in life. Like I said, no one's gonna convince me that I don't have another family somewhere out there. Whether it be freaking Australia, the Philippines, South Korea, you know, man, Thailand, Hawaii, man, I was all over Spain. I enjoyed myself. I've seen finer women than her, but that doesn't mean I was gonna take it back and be a wife. No, I can't. To each his own, bro. Like I'm spoiled. I tell people all the time I'm spoiled when it comes to this. Like my attitude at this point in my life will be worse than Madit, because I just wouldn't put up enough effort to keep somebody like Serenity unless she was willing to be in pursuit too. If she came to me and she was like telling me, "Oh, this is the reason I want to be. I understand you much older, but I will have to truly understand, what the game is. Real talk." Hold on for a second. Yeah, real talk. That's just where I'm at with it, man. You know, at the end of the day, some cats, they ain't never left their city. Some ain't never left the state that they was born in. Some ain't never left the environment. So the females in the environment is everything they know, and that may be at the lowest bar when it comes to quality. They may host the lowest bar. You know what I'm saying? They may not have no aspirations. They may just be for the now. That's it. So it gets a lot different when you have this day and time. Let's say, down in the A, where you have all these people from different cities coming down here, and they see all these reality TV, the reality shows is down here, and they're willing to do anything and everything to get on the show, bro. Seriously, the reality shows that you see all the way down in Atlanta, man. A female will sit up here and tell you some shit like, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur." Okay, you're an entrepreneur, but yeah, yes. I produce my own content on social media. I'm an influencer. Oh, so you're producing your own content, and basically you saying you have a monetized channel, so you consider that something that you're solely responsible for. So that's entrepreneurship. Yeah, yeah. So what it's doing is, with my influence, I've been able to be a part of small productions that's going on with these local producers and some movie trailers and stuff like that, playing some extras here and there and everywhere. So really, when I tell you I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an actress also. Oh, actress? Yes, because I'm trying out for these reality shows, and I'm building up my portfolio. You know what I'm saying? I'm building up my credits as we speak. So yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool right there. Real talk. And also, we have these conventions down here where I have my own vending booth. And yeah. Um I set up at least about 30 pieces of merchandise with my brand on it and sell them. So Yeah, I'm a designer too. So I'm a designer. I'm an actress. I'm a entrepreneur. I'm a content creator. Yeah, I'm multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to deal with this day and time, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to deal with this day and time. We have to deal with females building up a portfolio based off simple attendance. You know, so when it comes to this social media, they try to dissect, split the pie as much as they possibly can and bloviate it into something that's really not doing anything for them. But you know, for Serenity, for her to be with somebody since high school, as beautiful as she is, it couldn't have been me. I couldn't have been with somebody the way I was back then. But I wish her nothing but the best. For Madit, he gonna be who he is. I ain't mad at the brother for his arrogance, and he's saying, "Yeah, you gotta pursue me too." I ain't mad at that nigga, man. Why I'm gonna be mad at him for? Why I'm gonna be mad at him for? Man, he feels like he's the one that should be pursued also, and he has his shit together, and he's sort of like what they say, the catch. He's the prize. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? He may believe that, hey, you know, any relationship I get into, I want to be the one that's running. You know what I'm saying? That I'm the one that's running. I'm always a space above the female or the woman that I'm with. I'm in the lead. You know what I'm saying? We're together. We're in the race together, but I'm not trailing you. I'm not trailing. I'm not playing second fiddle. I'm not playing the beta male. None of that. Period. None of it. So I ain't mad at him. You know, I ain't mad at her for saying that you got to work for it. Understand this, fellas. It's not just with us, but speaking, you know, about her. You know, if she was in a relationship for freaking 10 years, I would definitely like to know how many long-term relationships that she's had. If that's the only one, you know, what was the reason for that breaking down? Because when somebody's involved with one person for that long period of time, extended like that, how was it? How was the energy? Was it healthy all the time? Did y'all have great communication? Were you all complimentary of one another? Was it that business wise, y'all both went separate ways? It was a fork in the road when it came to maybe him having to travel somewhere else and you didn't want to leave where you were to start your business over? Or you felt that you wanted to get your business on track and he didn't want to follow you on your business endeavors? He didn't want to be a co op to you? Who knows what it was? Did he want kids and you didn't want no kids at the time because you felt that you were still too young to have kids? You had your businesses and everything to take care. I mean, was it the fact that you can't have kids? I don't know. She say her family had health problems. So you can have a woman that's absolutely beautiful, you know, attractive, and can't have kids. To a man, the beauty goes out the window and they're gone, especially if we don't have kids. I can't speak for every man, but if I don't have kids and you're beautiful and I want kids and you can't give me that, that attraction is gone. Boom. I'm spreading wings. I'm out. I'm running. It's unfortunate, but I'm gone. So I would definitely like to know why the relationship ended and the reasons behind it. If someone, look, it's going to be someone that does their research as much as they possibly can to find out about this female Serenity that went viral for the way she looked and how she's built and everything like that. Um, I hope it's not anything negative, but I'm just saying for her, she just gives me like she knows what the hell she wants. Fellas should never think that you just go off attraction alone because there's always something else inside. I don't know how much of the man she was with took from her or what he contributed to her. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to be with somebody for 10 years. Proposed and it don't work out. Either has something to do with kids, has something to do with traveling. He might have went to another place for business, um, infidelity, and you get fellas out here. Well, why would you ever want to cheat on somebody? It happens. It happens. You know what I'm saying? In some people cases. You know what I'm saying? They could have they could just got to a point where they both start to grow up. You knowing somebody since they was 18 years old or whatever, and they starting to grow up and changes start to take place. In a lot of cases, you just too immature to try to understand some of those grown adult problems. When you in a deep, serious relationship, you know what I'm saying? Single, people don't want to hear about that shit. There's a lot of stuff that you can just let your mind be free about when you're single, rather than growing up and you in a deep, you in a personal, a committed relationship. So much to the fact that maybe she told him no. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 10 years wasn't enough. She wasn't ready to get married, bro. So if it was the case that he proposed to her and she never said anything about accepting his proposal, what if she didn't accept his proposal and he bounced? I'm pretty sure it was some sleepless nights where she cried her eyes out, being that was her high school sweetheart, whoever he may be. You know what I'm saying? It's cry his heart. Hey, I'm out. I'm going on 30 years old. Shit. You don't want to get married. You know, she was engaged. She did say she was engaged, but it all depends, man. And the only reason I'm hyping on her because she went viral and everybody was talking about her dress and how she looked. And then, people give their own assessments through their social media uh, examination, that welcome aboard package that they give you when they see you for the first time, and everybody start weighing in on their opinions. You feel me? And they start coming up with all these freaking scenarios. Oh, man, somebody was cheating. He was cheating. Hey, I just want to know what happened, man. What happened with the relationship? How did it fail? Why did it fail, bro? Who was the reason it failed? Was it because of kids? Was it because of job ventures? Was it because of infidelity? Was it because of them growing up as adults and they start to, have disagreements that boil over and kept getting worse and worse and degraded the relationship? What was it, bro? What was it, man? I'm just curious to know what it was because she talked about pressure. How much pressure did this guy apply to be with you for 10 years? And for you to put that out there and the engagement didn't work for 10 years, how and what impression do you think that left to those guys who's applying pressure right now? You want them to apply pressure for another 10 years and you be 37 years old? I mean, where's the fruit basket at the end of the day? I don't know. Where's the fruit basket with her? But we wish them nothing but the best, man. She obviously has some things on her mind. But fellas, when it comes to WCS, there's nothing wrong with complimenting a woman because it's at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. They say money is the root of all evil. No, a woman is the root of all evil because a woman can get what she get when she want it, how she want it, and she can get more of what she want whenever she feels like she needs it. She is the grand and master manipulator. A woman is very smart. It just depends on what the curriculum is that she's out here, either teaching or she's receiving. You know what I'm saying? Not every woman, of course, but I'm just saying a man can work for 25, 30 years and that woman's just taking care of the kids. He's been breaking his back, and he get to a point where he's retired and he's barely this, that, and the other. And then it comes down to, okay, when you go to court, it's almost like you did nothing for the kids and nothing for her and all that. It's all about money, 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 money. But you've been taking care of everything. I mean, hey, it gets a little fuzzy. But I think when it comes to Pop the Balloon, Find Love, I like it better when the guy comes on, and then we get to see the women in action, because you get the experience, and see, a lot of these women, they have just about as much kids as the dudes. You have women with 1, 2, 3 kids, but yet they'll sit up here and feel some type of way about a guy having a child. The first thing they say, hey, what about your baby mama? Well, I can't do that. I already got 2 kids. I can't be dealing with your kid too. Yeah, because she want you to put the entire amount of focus on her children. So I like it when the men come out there and the women over there. You know what I'm saying? Not too much when the dudes are over there lined up and they got one female, because it's not the same. It's not the same excitement. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. The women, they be ganging up together. You know what I'm saying? They be indirectly, subliminally channeling that freaking energy, that game that they got. They say, oh, we got this we got this dude on here. Oh, we're gonna run some game on him and see how he handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? You hear these women coming to me, I want a God-fearing man. What? What God got to do with you holding a God-fearing man, but you got 2 baby daddies? I get it. I get it. I get it. You want a God-fearing man, but you got 3 baby daddies? I get it. Because he had you saying, oh God, oh God, oh yeah, you want a God-fearing man. I got it. But don't fall for it, fellas. But anyway, man, y'all hold it down. Shout out to the hottest chat, the MF game. A-Side official, man. Yeah, it was some boxing that went on. Definitely feel like speaking about it a little bit later. But as you already know, there's 8 days remaining to the T-Mobile massacre 1-year anniversary and commemoration. I must continue to put that out there. And don't be mad about the information. All I'm doing is reporting the news.